Good morning, my dear students. So as usual, I'm your Sridhar, so physics teacher. So in today's class, in the chapter mathematical tools, we are going to discuss the applications of trigonometry. That one. So if you can recollect, in the previous class, we had a discussion about the trigonometry, like what do you mean by sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, what actually the curve represents, how, and some trigonometric identities also we have brought it. So today we'll explore few more identities so that they are going to help us in the future coming chapters. We are not going to focus on the numerical simplification, just the meaning of those terms. That was the priority. It's like a tool for us. What is that tool? How to use that tool? This is what the priority is, what we are trying to stress here. So now we will continue. Let me take you to the class. No. The mathematical tools. So in the trigonometry, we are taking the applications of trigonometry, or we will further going to explore the remaining part of the trigonometry. So let me start with first slide. The sine theta, sine of minus theta, what can be its value particular thing? I'll begin with already I have pre-written so that we can save time. Look at this thing here. So let me, initially the line is initially. So let it be here. So I'm going to rotate it to an angle theta. Then it will become OP. And they'll become like a triangle OP. OMP will become triangle. Here, so let POM, the angle POM is equal to P dash OM. Let that be equal to theta. Now, if you look at the angular measurement, this angle theta will measure in counterclockwise. So this should be positive. What about here? Angle MOP dash, it is measured in clockwise sense. So therefore, this angle measurement has to be taken as negative. So in this triangle, look at this one. In the triangle POM, okay, in the triangle POM, so the angle POM will become plus theta. In the triangle P dash OM or MOP dash in the triangle, anything P dash OM, so the angle MOP dash will become minus theta. Let me define sine theta. So it will be like a opposite by hypotenuse. The sine theta will be here opposite. This will be hypotenuse. So for the lower part of triangle, this will be opposite. This will be hypotenuse. Then this will be like, so in this particular triangle, sine theta, we can write it as MP by OP. Here, what you write, sine of minus theta should be equal to MP dash by OP dash. How MP dash? MP dash is measured along negative y-axis. What about MP? MP is measured along positive x-axis. So therefore, if you call this as positive MP, then MP dash should be negative. Negative that both will be of equal length. So therefore, MP dash is equal to minus of MP. I think this is one important right notice here. And anyway, like as there's a circle, as we have a circle, so OP is equal to OP dash. So there's a part of a circle, what you are seeing. It's a part of a circle. So therefore, OP is equal to OP and OP dash will become like radius of circle. Agreed. This one. Okay, let's define the terms here like this. Sine of sine theta, what we write? MP by OP. Sine of minus theta will write MP dash by OP dash. And we know MP dash is equal to what we write it as, minus MP. And MP by OP, what you'll write it as from this basic thing. So I'll define clearly here. Sine theta, MP by OP. Sine of minus theta equal to MP dash by OP dash. Those triangles only we are just equating that. So in place of MP by OP, what you can write? Sine theta. In place of sine theta equal to, so I'll substitute this MP by OP equals sine theta. So sine of minus theta, what do we get? Finally, we'll end up with minus sine theta. Okay, there's a reason. There's a reason. What will you put it? Okay, let's come for cos theta. Cos theta, how you define in this triangle OMP? Cos theta equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. This will become adjacent. So cos theta will define that as adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent is OM, hypotenuse is OP. In this lower triangle, OMP dash, cos of minus theta should be equal to OM by OP dash. This is for which triangle? For triangle OMP. This is for triangle OP dash M. So therefore, what we can conclude here, cos theta is equal to minus sine theta. One more identity is what we have brought it. So cos theta equal cos of minus theta will become equal to cos theta. That is very important for us in the mathematical part when we go for it. Then afterwards, tan of minus theta should be minus tan theta. Cosecant of minus theta minus cosecant theta. Secant of minus theta, secant minus theta, secant theta. Cot of minus theta will be minus cos theta. There are other things also, you can prove it. Okay, let me, I summarize sine theta, cos theta. What is tan theta? Sine theta by cos theta. No? So from there we'll get the tan theta. So I'll go for the next thing. Sine of 90 minus theta, what conditions will come? So I assumed a triangle here. So try to look at this. There's a triangle we are taking, or I'll show that triangle. Okay, there's a triangle. Are you seeing this triangle? Yeah, then in this triangle, so what we define is, if this angle, let me define, let angle PMOB theta, then there's a right angle triangle, so this will be 90 degrees. Then the other angle should be 90 minus theta, because sum of all three angles in the triangle should be 180 degrees. We'll define now. This one's for I think now 90 minus theta, this will become adjacent. This will become opposite. For angle theta, this will become opposite side, this will become adjacent side. I think this is a very fundamental difference which you have to notice here. So what is this triangle? This triangle, they're the same, both the triangles, I'm just indicating in different way. Try to notice here. No, let's define in this triangle. Sine of 90 minus theta, what will write? Opposite by hypotenuse. So what is opposite for this yellow color triangle? It will be OM by PM. Fine, keep it here now. Similarly, in this triangle, we'll define what is cos theta, OM by PM. The bigger green triangle, this one. Cos theta, we'll define this as adjacent by hypotenuse. Then equating these two, OM by PM, OM, equating these two. So what do we get? Sine of 90 minus theta is what? Cos theta. Okay, there's one identity is what we have brought it. Let me highlight it. Similarly, cos of 90 minus theta, what it will be? Now let me go for this triangle again. Cos of 90 minus theta, adjacent by hypotenuse. So therefore, OP by PM, OP by PM. That sine theta in this, looking at this bigger triangle, sine theta, what we can write? OP by PM Let me equate these two. So therefore cos of 90 minus theta will be sine theta. So there's one more, this one. So cos of 90 minus theta should be equal to sine theta. Similarly, we'll explore these things. Cosecant of 90 minus theta will be secant theta. Secant of 90 minus theta will be cosecant theta. Tan of 90 minus theta, cos theta. Cot of 90 minus theta will be tan theta. So other thing, that this angle, this will become, what is 90 minus theta? This will come in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, what should be the sine? Sine of 90 minus theta will become cos theta. That's what we are trying to express here. Cos of 90 minus theta will be sine theta. For not understanding this, what you are trying to do, we'll do one thing. Sine 60 degrees, how much? Root 3 by 2. Cos 30 is how much? Root 3 by 2. Sine 60, can we write it as? I'll just express what you are doing. We are not getting sine of 90 minus theta. What is the use of that? Suppose say sine 60 degrees is there. We know it is equal to sine 60. Can I write it as sine 90 minus sine 90 degrees minus sine 60 degrees? So this will become sine 90 cos 60 cos 90 sine 60. What is the value of this? Will simplify. Sine 90 is 1, cos 60 1 by 2. Cos 90 is 0, sine 60 root 3 by 2. The value of this is 1 by 2. Cos 30 degrees, we'll see. What do we get? Cos 30 degree directly, also cos 60 degrees will sine 60. I ended up this one. No, cos 30, cos 60 will, cos 30 will see. I think somewhere I got stuck up. Let me check it. (90 minus 60) sine 90 cos 60 cos 90 sine A cos B cos A sine B. No. Similarly, this cos 30, what is value of cos 60? Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So therefore, what we can write here now? Sine of 90 minus 60 is what? Like theta, let me put 60 degrees. So sine of 90 minus 60, what will get? 30 degrees. I'm just trying to prove something here. So sine of, or I'll push it here. This you are finding difficult. I'll take example. Sine of 90 minus theta degree. Let theta equal to 30 degrees. Why to? Sine of 90 minus 30, how much you get it? Sine 60, which is equal to how much? Root 3 by 2. Similarly, theta equal 30 degree, no? So cos theta, cos 30 degrees. So with this, what you can say? Sine 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. That's what I wanted to show there earlier. This is what we are showing. Mathematically, we are showing it. Or you can use the compound angle and you can verify it. Let's take the next one. What is the value of sine of 90 plus theta? Sine of 90 degree plus theta. What it will be equal to? So there here. So what we do is like, there's a circle which I drew. Now we have a circle here. Then in the circle, you check it now. So this will be this what we're having a circle. Let me define first the angle here. So this angle POM in this triangle, POM, the angle made by PO with horizontal, let it be theta. Agree this? Then let this rotate through an angle 90 degrees. Then OP dash will become perpendicular to the earlier position of OP, and that is equal to 90 degrees. I'll let it. So earlier what happened initially, the line was making an angle. I do have method. I'll show this. So what was the angle it was making? Theta. Now I'll rotate it by 90 degrees. What is the angle made by this now? The arrow with the horizontal will be 90 plus theta. This is what we have done. So earlier it was here. So as it starts rotating now, OP will make an angle theta. Now if I further rotate by 90 degrees, how much of angle it will subtend with the x-axis? 90 plus theta. Then, okay, let me define the other triangles. So now, so what is the angle between OP and OP dash? That should be equal to 90 degrees. Now if you look at this triangle OPM and OP dash M dash, they are congruent. So what do you mean by congruent? What do you mean by congruent? Congruent are like two triangles having same sides and same angles. They're said to be congruent. Only their orientation may be different. I have here, I'll do this one. So these two triangles are said to be congruent. These are called as congruent triangles. These are congruent triangles here. So they are same thing. The orientation is different. Able to, like you see this one, that this is just being, its orientation is changed here. I'm not saying the side length has changed. What is the hypotenuse? The same hypotenuse. What was the base? This is a base. What was the height? This will become height. It got its orientation changed here. Example, this one. These two triangles are said to be congruent triangles. Okay, so therefore now the one which was base, now it will become height. I think still if you are not able to understand, I have here. There's a one triangle. There's a one triangle. So now let's take the so definitely they are congruent, no? Provided, what is the condition? Provided what is condition? If this length is equal to, if this is X, this will be X. If this is Y, this will be Y. This is R, or so this is some R, so this will be R. If this is angle theta, let this be alpha, then this will be alpha, this will be theta. I think it's okay, no? Only the orientation of triangle changed here. So two triangles of same side length and the same angles are said to be congruent. So this is what we are seeing here. So all together now you are seeing this particular triangle. So OPM and OP dash M dash are congruent. This is very important. OM, let me define it as X. Then P dash M dash P dash will become X. Now I add this a circle. Add this a circle. I do that circle, no? So I did the circle. So OP should be equal to OP dash. No, MP is equal to Y. So then OM dash should be equal to Y. This MP, let me call it as Y. So then OM dash should be equal to Y. No, we wanted sine of 90 plus. How to bring? I'm going to take this bigger triangle. Look at this one here. OM P dash in the triangle OM P dash we have here. So let me just give some. I'll shade it so that you can. No, sine of 90 plus theta. So is it a right angle triangle? No, it's not a right angle triangle. So we'll apply a sine rule for it. Applying sine rule. Sine of 90 plus theta should be equal to this side length is how much? P dash m. Sine 90 plus theta by this side P dash m should be equal to sine beta by OP dash. And what is OP dash? OP dash is R. It should be equal to radius of the circle, no? OP dash equal to OP equal to, we have here. That's what I indicated here. So I'm applying the sine rule. Sine of 90 plus theta is equal to P dash M. Sine of 90 plus theta divided by P dash M should be equal to sine beta by OP dash. Okay, let's keep it as it is. So sine 90 plus theta. Sine beta will define further. Some bigger triangle. I'm asking you to look at this bigger triangle. Here. What is that bigger triangle? P dash M dash M. Look at, say this triangle. Sine beta, what you can write it as? Opposite by hypotenuse. So M dash P dash by P dash M. So what is M dash P dash is equal to X. Keep it here, and P dash M as it is. Little bit, don't try to simplify it. Now sine beta, shall we substitute this here? It will come like this. We'll replace here. Substituting that, then sine of 90 plus theta by P dash M is equal to OP dash. What is value of OP dash is equal to R. That will substitute. Sine beta is X by P dash M. P dash M get cancelled. So sine of 90 plus theta is equal to X by R. So what to do X by R? I'll come for this triangle. O, okay, or so O M dash P dash. But we wanted like a sine of 90 plus theta equal to X by R, no? So here we'll define this is theta. Or you can choose anything, any of the triangle. This yellow color triangle, let me choose here. So what is cos theta? You can write it as. I written at different points so the students can think, okay, this may not be needed, this triangle. I'll erase it. Okay, unnecessary for you. I will take it out. This may not be needed. No, look at this part. Here. Cos theta, what you can write? Adjacent OM by OP. OM is X by R. So what we needed, what is X by R? X by R, I can replace here. So sine of 90 plus theta, finally what we end up? Equal to cos theta. Are you getting now? So like this is the everything through coordinate geometry it will come. We are not supposed to directly say like as our memorization. Everything there is some meaningful things are there. So sine of 90 plus theta is called cos theta. Similarly, we'll try for cos of 90 plus theta. You may wonder like, sir, why you are teaching all these things? So I could have written directly cos of 90 plus theta minus sin theta. Definitely you may think that how is writing? What is the reason for that? So many questions you'll start asking. So therefore, I'm just trying to derive those identities here. And now what is our next question? Find cos of 90 plus theta. What is the value of this? Again, the same triangle, what we assumed is the same set of diagram, I just took it. So this was the triangle. The same ideas, what all we just know we had, the same OP equal to OP dash, this triangle, OMP and OM dash P dash are congruent. Can you remember just now what we did? The same set of things is what I'm going to apply here. Now let me shade this triangle so that it'll be easy for you to look at. I'll say green triangle, look at green triangle. I say blue triangle, look at blue triangle. Let's get into the discussion now. Now what we want cos of 90 plus theta. So how to bring cos of 90 plus theta? I'll take help of cosine rule. So the side length, this P dash M whole square should be equal to OM square plus OP dash square minus 2 times of OM into OP dash cosine of angle between OM and OP dash. What is the angle between OM and OP dash? It's 90 plus theta, right? Cos of 90 plus theta. What is P dash M? Should be equal to R. OM is what we took, small x, and OP dash is what, capital R. I think that this length is what we took, small r. P dash M equal to small r. I don't have a place. Let me dump it here. No, come for this one. Let me substitute here. So OM we are defined equal to x, and OP dash is what? Equal to capital R, cos of 90 plus. Okay, somehow we have brought one equation. Let's keep this as it is. Now let me come for the triangle. Triangle M dash P. M dash P, right angle triangle. There's a right angle triangle. So this angle, let it be beta. We'll define some angle. Let me call beta. Then in this here, what we can write? P dash M, Pythagoras theorem, let me apply. P dash M whole square should be equal to M dash whole square plus M dash P dash whole square. What is P dash M? R square. M dash, X plus Y, the total distance from M to M dash. Because these two are again congruent. Triangle OMP and OM dash P dash are congruent. The same earlier. I'll write it. I don't have a place. OMP and OM dash P dash are congruent triangles. So based on that, so that the sum of these two should be, if this is height, this will become base. The orientation of that has changed here. If this angle is theta, this will be theta. If this is alpha, this will be alpha. No, R square. So the X plus Y whole square. So what is M dash? Should be X plus Y whole square. What is M dash P? M dash P should be X square. Keep this in mind. Now, shall we substitute this R square value in this above equation? So we'll give the number. This is equation 1, equation 2. Put 2 in 1. I'm going to put equation 2 in equation 1. Then X plus Y whole square plus X square. Here X square. What is R square? R square I can define from bigger triangle here. Or you can pick up any of this triangle. So what is R square? We can write it as X square plus Y square. Or look at this R square, capital R square, X square plus Y square. So we'll replace this one. R square as X square plus Y square. Minus, this will be as 2xr cos 90 plus theta. Keep it here in. So we'll expand this A plus B whole square formula, X plus Y whole square. So X square plus Y square plus 2xy plus X square is equal to X square plus plus Y square. This one. So now I think this X square will cancel. So what will be left over? 2xy minus 2xr cos of 90 plus theta. 2x get cancelled. So y is equal to minus r cos of 90 plus theta. So cos of 90 plus theta, let me write it as minus of y by r. Let me write it. So come for this triangle, the right triangle. Here, what is that? No. Can you define anything y by r? Sin theta is y by r. So in place of y by r, can we write it as sin theta? So therefore, what is cos of 90 plus theta will be minus sin theta. Getting the basic proof. So what was our question? Our question was to find out cos of 90 plus theta, how much? That's what I just shown. It is equal to, in fact, minus of sin theta. Sine rule, cosine rule. So when right angle triangle comes, okay, fine. Sin theta opposite by hypotenuse, cos theta adjacent by hypotenuse. When it's not a right angle triangle, we are going to take help of sine rule and cosine rules. These are the things what a student has to develop idea. So similarly, tan of 90 plus theta, you can prove that. Sine of tan of 90 plus theta, what we can write it as? Sine of 90 plus theta by cos of 90 plus theta. When you take the ratio, you end up with minus cot theta. So we have finally derived some of the most essential things. Sine of minus theta, we ended up minus sine theta. Cos of minus theta, already we have derived it. Just I'm summarizing. Tan of minus theta minus tan theta. Sine of 90 minus theta, we got cos theta. Cos of 90 minus sine theta. Tan of 90 minus cos theta. Then sine of 90 plus theta, cos theta. Cos of 90 plus theta minus sine theta. Similarly, we can try for this thing. You try this. These identities you tried. I have shown these things. You try these things. Sine of 180 minus theta, what it will be. The similar approach you have to put it. So finally, so in the quadrants, what we can add is like here. So in this, all are positive. You take this one, sine 30, sine 30 degrees, sine 15, sine 30, cos 30. That's one, any of the angles like tan 30, tan 45, tan 60, all are positive. What about here in the second quadrant? Sine is positive, cosecant is positive. The remaining other things are negative. So only sine is positive. In the third quadrant, tan theta is positive and its reciprocal cot theta is positive. Remaining all are negative. In the fourth quadrant, cos theta is positive. So therefore, we just call all are positive. Your sine only positive, or tan only positive, or cos only positive. So all silver teacups. I think this will be enough. So in which quadrant, which will be positive? In first quadrant, all are positive. Second quadrant, only sine is positive. Third quadrant, only tan is positive. Fourth quadrant, only cos is positive. This is what we can conclude here. Let's take the identities. Already we know sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. Just I wrote it. And secant square theta minus tan square theta, or secant square x minus tan square equal to 1. Cosecant square x by cot square x equal to 1. These are the identities. Already we have proved it in the previous class. Let me go for it. Sine 2x. How sine 2x equal to 2 sine x cos x. This is I'm trying to prove the identity. We know sine of a plus b formula. Sine x plus sine 2x, can I write it as sine x plus x? Sine of x plus x, this angle. Let me apply the compound angle formula. Sine a plus b, sine a cos b, cos a sine b. Then sine x cos x sine x will become 2 sine x cos x. So therefore sine 2x, we can write it as 2 sine x cos x. Very, very essential thing, which will be widely will be using in the physics. And then cos 2x, how much it will be? Cos 2x will be, we know, cos square x minus sine square x. Sine square x, what you can add? 1 minus cos square x. 1 minus cos square x. Then this, after expanding this bracket, will end up 2 cos square x minus 1. Or let me send this minus 1 onto the LHS. So 1 plus cos 2x equal to 2 cos square x. So therefore, what is the expansion of cos square x? Should be equal to 1 plus cos 2x by 2. I can also write cos square x as 1 plus cos 2x. There's a one identity. There's another thing is what I brought it. We'll give the number 7. Let this be it. Similarly, sine square x, I'll write it as 1 minus cos square x. Cos square x, just now we derived, no, 1 plus cos 2x by 2. Substitute here. 1 minus 1 by 2 minus cos 2x. Solving this, sine square x equal to how much? 1 minus cos 2x by 2. Sine square x equal to 1 minus cos 2x by 2. Cos square x is 1 plus cos 2x by 2. All these are identities which are going to help us a lot in our physics. Let me go. So now tan 2x. What is the formula of tan 2x? Tan 2x, I can write tan of x plus x. Then tan a plus tan b formula. Tan a plus tan b 1 minus tan a tan b. Then this will be 2 tan x by 1 minus tan square x. Okay, the conversions, quite easy, no? Here. Then transformation of sums or difference into products. We know sine of a plus b equals sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Sine of a minus b equals sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. Let me add up these two here. Sine of a plus b plus sine of a minus b. Then the addition of these two sine a cos b. These two will cancel out, no? When you add up these two equations, we'll end up 2 sine a cos b. Let me assume things. Let a plus b equal to c. Let a minus b equal to d. Then let me solve this two. So a plus b equal to c, a minus b equal to c. Let me add up this. So 2a plus 0 equal to c plus d. So therefore, what is value of a should be equal to c plus d by 2. Then similarly, what is value of b? C minus d by 2. Let me substitute those things here. A plus b is how much? C. A minus b is how much? D. 2 sine. So in place of a, what you can write? C plus d by 2. In place of b as c minus d by 2. So therefore, sine c plus sine d. The sum, we are converting that into products here. So sine c plus sine d is equal to 2 sine c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. Converting the sum to the products. Similarly, we have the other thing. So same method you try to apply and then try to work out these things. Sin c minus sin d formula. 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. Cos of c, cos c plus cos d formula. Again 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. Cos c minus cos d again. And these are conversions what we have made here. Okay, now we'll go for certain angles. So what will be the value of sine 15? How to derive? So we do take help of compound angles like sine 15 degrees. Sine of, can we write it as 45 minus 30? This will be better, no? So do we know sine 45, sine 30 values? Yes, we know. So this will, let me expand now. Sine A minus sine B. Sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Sine 45, 1 by root 2. Cos 30, root 3 by 2. Cos 45, 1 by root 2. Sine 30, 1 by 2. Then this will become sine 15 how much? Root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. We can also do like this. Sine 15. Sine 60 minus sine 60 degree minus 45. Sine of 60 degree minus 45 degree. Expand sine of A minus B formula. Sine A cos B cos A sine B. Again, we'll end up the same thing, no? Either way. 15 degrees, you can write it as 45 minus 30 or 60 minus 45. Let's come for here. Cos 15 degrees. Cos 15 is equal to cos 45 minus 30. Cos of 45 degrees minus 30. Cos A minus B form. Cos of A minus B formula. Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Cos 45 1 by root 2. Cos 30 root 3 by 2. Sin 45 1 by root 2. Sin 30 1 by 2. Solving this will end up here. Then sin 75. 45 plus 30 degrees. Sin 45 cos 30. Expansion sin of A plus B formula. Applying this will end up these equations. All these things you are going to get revised in trigonometry, but in physics, we need all this elementary thing. That's why I'm just trying to brush up all these ideas. Similarly, tan 75, we'll check it. Tan 75, I can write it as tan of 45 plus 30 degrees. So tan 45 plus tan 45. So the formula tan A plus tan B, 1 minus tan A tan B. Tan 45 plus tan 30, 1 minus tan 45 tan 30. Tan 45, 1, tan 30, 1 by root 3. 1 minus 1, 1 by root 3. Solving this will end up root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1. The value. Then sine of 120 degrees. Sine 60 plus 60. 120, I'll write it, I'll break up 60 degrees plus 60 degrees. Now, this one. Sine of A plus B, sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Let's substitute this value. Sine 60 root 3 by 2, cos 60 1 by 2, cos 60 1 by 2, sine 60 root 3 by 2. Solving will end up here. Similarly, cos of 120, cos A plus B formula. Cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. Cos 60 1 by 2, cos 60 1 by 2. This sine 60 is root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2. Root 3 into root 3 will be 3, 3 by 4. So 1 by 4 minus 3 by 4 minus 1 by 2. So see now, sine of 120 degrees, root 3 by 2. I said no, like a sine theta will be positive in the second quadrant. remaining all are negative. Now you can ask questions. Sir. You wrote something very, here sin theta positive, cos theta negative. Sin 120 we got value which was positive. Cos 120 was negative. That's what I was insisting here. Cos 60 will be positive. Sin 60 will be positive. So all are positive if the theta lies between 0 and 90. If theta lies between 90 and 180, sine will be positive, remaining all other angles, sine of all other angles will be negative. That's what I am insisting there. So, sir, how to write these things is means come back here. Okay. So nothing is for granted here. Sine of 120 degree. Why it will be positive? We have here proof. Cos 120. Sir, why cos is negative in the second quadrant? We have a proof. Check it here. Okay, now see, we'll go for angle 105 degrees. So 120 minus 15. We can write it in this way also. So sine 120, so, sine A minus B formula, sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Sine 120 root 3 by 2. Okay, this one. Just now we derived, no? Root 3 by 2. Cos 15 we have derived, no? Here. Root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. Let me substitute that here. Root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. Then cos 120 minus 1 by 2. Sin 15 root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. Here denominator 4 root 2 will come. Here also denominator 4 root 2. So this will be root 3 into root 3 plus 1. Here root 3 minus 1. Let me expand this. 1 by 4 root 2 I'll take common. So root 3 into root 3 will be 3. Root 3 into 1 will be root 3. Root 3 minus 1. So this will end up with 3 minus 1 will be 2. So 2 plus 2 root 3 by 4 root 2. Or take 2 common. Then 1 plus root 3 by 2 root 2. Or root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. This is the value of sine 105. Sine 150 degrees. Sine 180 minus 30 degrees. So applying sine A cos sine A minus B formula. Sine 180 degrees must be 0. Sine 180 will be 0. Cos 30 root 3 by 2. Cos 180 is minus 1. Sine 30 is 1 by 2. So sine 150 degrees will be 1 by 2. Cos 150, again, cos A minus B formula, we applied it. So these are all the some identities what we proved. Okay, we'll go for few more left over. Let me finish off, then we'll say goodbye to this topic because it's not like I'm not math teacher. So let's not spend more and more time in these things. Let me go for other identities, like a tan 2a, how much it will be. Okay, already tan 2a got over, no? Like a sine 2a in terms of tan 2a. We will try to derive. Few more are the last. I think when your mathematics teachers, you will be in a better position. A little bit some help I made it here. 2 sine A cos A. As you know, sine of 2 theta equal to sine theta cos theta. Then let me adjust this. Sine A by cos A. All divided by it will become 2 sine A cos A only. I divide and multiplied by cos A here. So then this will become 2 tan A by 1 by cos square A. 1 by cos secant A, what we can write it as 1 by cos A. So therefore this will become secant square A. And secant square A, what we can write it as 1 minus tan square A. We know secant square A minus tan square A equal to 1. sorry, tan square A minus secant square A. And there's one identity is there, no? Secant square A plus tan square A is equal to 1. I wrote it, I forgot. Yeah. Using this, we can replace this one. So sine 2A in terms of tan. Somewhere will be useful. Now, similarly, cos 2A can we bring in terms of anything? So cos 2A. We know this is cos square A minus sine square A. Can we write it as cos square A? This I'll hold it by 1. Cos square A minus sine square A. 1 what we can write? Cos square A plus sine square A. Let me take cos square A common. So 1 minus sine square A by cos square A. 1 plus cos square A. So therefore cos 2A should be equal to 1 minus tan square A, 1 plus tan square A. So that there's a relation between cos 2A and tan A, sin 2A and tan A. Sir, what is the use of this in physics? Maybe, not like very much useful like other trigonometric identities. Let me last the sin 3A will, what is the expansion of the sin 3A? What we can write it as sin 2A, sin of 2A plus C. Then this will become sin 2A cos A plus sin A. Then sin 2A, further the expansion of this will be 2 sin A cos A. Cos 2A, I'll write it as 1 minus 2 sin square A into this is sin A. Okay, I think we have done some replacement of like this. Then sin 2A is 2 sin A cos A. So then this will become equal to this 2, I think 2 sin A will I'll expand further. So 2 sin A cos square A. This will become 1 minus, as usual, we'll keep it 1 minus 2 sin square A sin A. Cos square A, I'll write it as 1 minus sin square A. So 2 sin A, 1 minus sin square A is there. So 2 sin A. What we wanted, we will just wanted some relationship. Okay, let me expand further. This will become 2 sin cube A, then sin A minus 2 sin cube A. So this will become 3 sin A 4 sin cube A. Will be useful in some year-ended calculations. That's why I just picked up this one. Similarly, we'll explore cos 3A. Cos 3A will be equal to cos of 2A plus C. Again, the expansion of cos, this will be cos 2A cos A, sin 2A, sin A. Cos 2A value, cos 2A we can write it as 2 cos square A minus 1 into cos A. Sin 2A, 2 sin A cos A, and this is sin A. So 2 cos cube A minus cos A, 2 sin square A, 2 cos A sin square A. So this will become 2 cos cube A cos A. Sin square A, we can write it as 1 minus cos square A. So 2 cos cube A minus cos A will be 2 cos A plus 2 cos cube A. So this will become 4 cos cube A minus 3 cos A. The last identity, tan 3A. So tan 2A plus A. Tan A plus B formula will apply it. Then this will become tan of 2A plus tan A 1 minus tan 2A into tan A. Tan 2A, 2 tan square A or 2 tan A by 1 minus tan square A. This is tan A. This will be 1 minus 2 tan A by into tan A. Okay, this simplifying all will end up as 3 tan A minus tan cube A 1 minus 3 tan square A. Okay, these are some derivations. Just have a idea. It's not something very important. So some just basic trigonometry is something very fundamental for us, which we should know. Okay, kids, like we had a discussion about even the compound angles, no, not only the basic trigonometry like sine theta, cos theta, tan theta. We have seen for like sine 30, sine 60, or any sine of theta where theta between 0 to 90, it will be positive. Why sine will be positive? Why cos, tan will be positive in the first quadrant? Then afterwards we have seen in the second quadrant sine only was positive. In the third quadrant tan was positive. In the fourth quadrant only cos was positive. Why it is of this? That's what the mathematical proof we have just brought it. Afterwards we went for like some identities, like different identities. So all these are not you are supposed to memorize. Just have a awareness, that will be enough. There's no necessity for you to even practice them also. Just as a basic mathematical tool which you should be, awareness must be there. In maths you are going to learn again in depth this. So okay, thank you all of you. Take care, bye, see you. We'll meet in the next class.